Hello and welcome back. Let's quickly look into the question for this video. So what we have to do is we have to calculate the number of days since the previous transaction for each customer. So this is a table, this is the input table that we have. So what we have to do is we have to find the number of days since the previous transaction. So what I mean to say is that if I talk about this particular row, so for customer ID 1, what's the previous transaction? Okay, when was the previous transaction? So if you see for customer ID 1, we have three rows and the transaction date is in the increasing order. So there is no previous transaction. So here I'm going to return null. Okay, let's talk about the second row. So the customer made the transaction on 5th. The previous transaction was made by the customer on 1st. So here the number of days between these two transactions are what? It's 4. In the same, if I talk about the third row, customer made the transaction on 10th, the previous transaction was on 5th. So here the days between the two transaction is what? It's 5th. Now for customer ID 2, there is no previous transaction if you see. So here I'm going to return null and so on and so forth. Before we move to the solution, why don't you pause the video and try the solution by yourself? I may not tell you this thing in every video to pause the video and try the solution by yourself, but I would recommend that please do it for every video's question. Pause the video, try the solution by yourself. If you're not able to do it, then you can always come back and check the solution. So anyways, here, in order to get this column, what we are going to do is the first thing that we need to do is we need to have the data where we need to capture the previous transaction date. So here, because we do not have the previous transaction date, we are going to return null. For this part, we have the previous transaction date. So here we are going to capture the previous transaction date and so on and so forth. We are going to do it for all the rows. And then once we have this column, all we have to do is we have to subtract this column and this column. Quite simple. Let me show you this column. Okay, over here you can see that this is what we want. Okay, we are not going to create a temporary table or something like that. It's just that it is just for the explanation. So here you can see that we have for each and every transaction, we have the previous transaction date. So we are capturing the previous transaction date. And the next thing that we have to do it once we are done with this column, we just simply have to subtract the two values. Quite simple, right? So let's quickly look into the solution. Again, you can see I've got the table and the data ready. Over here, I've already written the solution. So in order to create the mid column, how we are going to do it? We are going to make use of window functions, right? And if you can remember, we have lags function in order to get the previous value, the previous row value. So the first thing that we are going to do is just do it step by step. It's very simple. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to create a window, and the window would be I'm going to partition it by customer ID. So basically I'm going to have these two windows. This is going to be the first window and this is going to be the second window. Simple. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to simply order by my transaction date. Right now it is already in the ascending order, that's fine, but maybe if you do not have the ascending order, it's always better that you order by the transaction date. So here you're sorting your data like this, like this. Now, once you have got the window, so here you have this window, this is your first window, and this is your second window. Once you have this window, then what you're going to do is you're going to run the lag function over this window that you have created. So it will automatically capture the previous date. So for this one, the lag would be what? There's nothing, so it will be null. Okay, for this state, what's the lag? This is the lag, the previous row, right? Okay, for this row, what's the lag? It's the previous row. So it is going to capture this value. So once we have this, then all we have to do is we have to subtract. So because here both the columns are date, so we are going to make use of date diff function in order to subtract two dates. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So here I have selected customer ID and transaction date because it is expected in the output. And then I'm using date difference in order to subtract the two dates. So the first date is the static date, this date. And the second date, if you see, I have written the code for it. So the second date, I have created the window. So first create the window and then you can add the function to it. So window, you can see as soon as we write over, it means it's a window. We are going to use window functions and all. So here I have created the window, partition by customer ID and then order by transaction date. Once I have the window, then all I'm doing is I'm adding the lag function to it. So this will return me the output which I showed you on this slide. And then we are simply subtracting the two. I hope this is clear. So it's a simple one if you see, but I've still seen a lot of students fail to answer because maybe they get confused that, okay, how to solve this question, or maybe this question sounds complicated, but if you see, the solution is very easy. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next one.